Alright, so this is a little bit of an intro to the intro. I ended up downloading a virtual audio device and it changed my microphone, so as a result all of the stuff in here is basically a voiceover, except for maybe the intro, which is about to come up. The video itself is basically me doing my bridge, doing my jetty and doing my house, and some interactions that I have with a group of people trying to tame a bear in my bear trap, and them not really being able to do it. So I will probably do a bit of a bear tame on the end as well. Just so I can show how my trap actually works, and if other people want to use it, how to go about it. Hey, g'day everybody, Skarvig here in the Atlas once more, and oh my goodness, it's been a while since I've actually tried to do an episode other than the quick one I did just recently on structure support in Atlas. And the main reason why is this monstrosity of a bridge. I've actually got White Sword here with me. He's actually been building this dock, and this is actually looking real kind of schmick. During the night time it lights up quite nicely. I still have yet to build my little home on top of my crafting base there, but that's White Sword's base over there that he's been building. But what I've been doing is I have been trying to finalize this bridge. There is still a little bit to go, it's not much. Basically I need to just fill out the entire side with the handrails. But other than that, I think I'm pretty much going to leave it as it is. I may change the taper of how these poles, or how they actually rise up. I'm thinking about changing the height of them a little bit. The idea was to go 2, then I think that's 2, then 3, then 1, or I might go 2, then 2, then 1. Sorry, 2, then 2, then 3. And so, yeah, do I have a linear line that joins then into the middle or otherwise? I'm not entirely certain yet. But the main structure of the bridge is done, and I had a real struggle of a time working this one out. And just hang off the side and we can actually have a look at what's going on here. And so each of these poles that's actually supporting the bridge is 5 spaces apart. And if you've actually had a look at my structure support video, 5 spaces apart means that this will actually collapse because it doesn't actually have proper support. So what I ended up doing underneath here is there's actually a line of foundations that's helping reinforce what's going on. And yeah, that one pole over there has actually got the walls on inside out. It's a little bit of a shame, but I'll deal with that another time. This has actually taken me the better part of a week or two of my spare time trying to get this to actually stay up. It kept falling down. You'd basically build something, demolish something, and the next thing you know something would just fall to pieces, and it was just bloody weird. But at the end of the day, I'm happy with the end result, other than the fact that I'm not sure what to do with these poles. And so I got my bridge. Next thing to do is I'm going to build my little house on the crafting station that I have over there, and the other thing I want to do is build myself a shipyard. And so I'm going to, where that shipyard is over there, that was just randomly placed because I needed something. And so I'm going to build a jetty out from this island out to roughly where that shipyard is, because that's deep water, and then I will replace that with something a bit better and it will become a permanent shipyard. And I may end up building multiple jetties, I guess, so that I can actually have a small shipyard and a large shipyard, and that'll be pretty cool. Anyway, that's what I'm going to get onto, and yeah, we'll see what it looks like when it's all done. Alright, what are these guys doing? They've got a bear with a cart. It's being chased by a lion. And they're trying to tame a bear in my bear trap. It looks like they're getting hit by the bear as well. Weird. They are trying to tame that, right? Not sure why he's on the outside of the trap, mind you. Surely you want to be inside the trap, behind the bear's mouth. Looks like they're letting the bear out. Are you guys having trouble taming that bear? The trap is very poor. Well, you might think it's poor, but I've tamed every bear that I have in there. Are they going to say anything else? Apparently they've got no microphone. And they've let their bear out. Level 27 bear, it's not too bad though, really. If you can get it, it'd be worth getting. Either he's thinking hard or he's decided to go AFK. Might even be chatting with his friend that's over on the cart. It's on too much of an angle. Could it be that you were trying to tame it from the outside instead of the inside? I don't know. Anyway, I got lots of building to do. Alright, that doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's a slightly different angle to my existing shipyard, but it looks like it should still be in deep water without it being too much of an issue. And obviously I can just build out further and it will alleviate that problem anyway. So I think I'll work off this angle and yeah, it should work out pretty good for the shipyard. Alright, did they kill their bear? They did. So they actually gave up in the end. Jeez, it's a bit of a waste. Okay, let's have a look at this ship of theirs, because it looks weird to me too. I mean, they've gone for that whole overbuild where they're trying to protect their steering wheel so that you can't be hit, which seems to be a bit more of a PvP thing, though I guess your ships of the dam could shoot you while you're driving. But I prefer to actually keep the aesthetic of the ship, so I don't like that rebuild. I prefer to have the cannons on the side. Use the existing placements and then maybe use the railing to have extra cannons on there. But, you know, I guess each to their own. Alright, there we go. Almost done. Got a little bit here in the corner to do, but the shipyard's actually in the way at the moment. And it's full of stuff. So, got to clear this out. I'll finish off the little bit of the corner, although a little bit too heavy. And then we'll get a shipyard down. Alright, how about that spot right there? Yep, that looks really good. Looks like I might need to extend my jetty out a bit further, but that's quite comfortable to get onto. Now I just need to get the materials for a ship. Actually, how much do I need? 18,000 gold. Alright, I got close to that. I might have about 16,000, so it might be a couple of days before I get the last bit of gold to actually get a brigandine. Okay, while we wait for the money to roll in, I'm going to start expanding my house. I'm going to want a veranda that runs all the way around the outside of this. And I'm going to make a house that sits probably square, roofed house sitting on top of the crafting station here. And so I just, build this veranda. Got 25 ceilings. It looks like 25 is going to be just enough to go one lap all the way around. And then build up a little bit more probably. And yeah, 25 was pretty close to being done. And I'll put a couple of gates on there. Maybe some more stairs. And then have it sort of match the warehouse. Alright, let's build the second layer of the house. So basically another run of walls. Something to match the warehouse, how it's got that little bit of a peak. I'll probably need to do something, maybe some crenellations in the corners. Because that will allow it to look like it has those little side things on the warehouse as well. Door on there. Alright, that's that bit done. So now I need to probably go down. Oh no, we'll probably put the crenellations on first in the corners. And then we'll jump down and have a look and see if it's starting to take shape. Alright, let's get down. Alright, yeah, that's looking pretty good. I need something on the other corners, on the outside corners. And that veranda's not looking that crash hot either, it's too thin. It's going to need something. Alright, things are looking pretty good over here right now. I've expanded the crenellations and whatnot around the building, and it's starting to look a little bit like the warehouse behind it, albeit that I need to fill the roof out, just so it looks a little bit better in that regard and looks a little bit the same. And I'm planning on putting a wooden railing all the way around the outside, and I put a little bit of features here, and I've got some of those hanging Iron Maiden type things that I want to put up there too. I still feel that the veranda is still too thin. I would like that to look a bit better. I don't want to make it thicker like I did with the bridge, so I'm probably going to put pillars down or something to give it a bit of an accentuation so it looks better. Now, keep on an ice cream cone there. Our ship area, our ship parking area here is actually looking pretty good. Ironbeard apparently has a driver now, so someone's been off to find ourselves some crew members, which is really, really good. And we've got apparently a nice little seating area, which is also looking quite populated. It seems to have a lot of the crafting stuff here too. Mess table, grill, bookshelf. This is looking all pretty nice. There's actually anything in this? The mess tables are all empty. Empty. Too hot to produce ice. Well, that's to be expected. Obviously, these are all just decoration at the moment. I didn't build any of this, mind you. I've only built the bridge, the jetty over there with the shipyard, and my house, which is still under production. Something else that got built recently for me, or us, I should say. I shouldn't say for me. Someone built an elevator, and I've never actually bothered to do this, so we'll go and have a look at that now. Ooh, just copped a bit of damage. Up we go. This is manned. Whoa, that's a bit janky. I wonder if that's my latency doing that. Oh, no way. Ow. Well, latency is only 100. It's not that bad. Well, so much for that. We have an elevator now that goes all the way up, but given my Australian ping, I think I might be using my ladder. Oh, that's a shocker. No one's fault but my own, with my lovely position compared to the rest of the world. The fact that Atlas don't have any oceanic servers. But, you know, at this stage I wouldn't expect them to. Not until they've gotten the game a hell of a lot closer to the finish mark. Alright. What else needs to happen? I definitely want to fix up those poles. I'm probably going to make the poles even, and I'm actually thinking of putting a walkway across the top. So we'll go and talk about that before we finish up. And go and tame a bear in my bear trap. There's nothing in my trap at the moment, is there? Doesn't look like it. So inside the walls here, we've got this lovely staircase where you can actually walk up the insides of the tower. On either side. I actually find this is actually quite like modern bridges. They actually do have inside larger parts of their structure the ability to climb up inside them, and so I've basically built that into my staircase. Now I'm going to build these poles up. I'm probably going to build a couple of extra poles in the middle, and I'm considering putting a walkway across the outside edges here all the way across, so people will basically be able to come over here as if they're doing a sightseeing tour and yeah, check the bridge out for themselves. And I'll put handrails all the way around it. At least that is the plan at this stage. So there's the internal walkway here. I'd considered putting windows in here, but I think it'll take away from the actual look and feel. Alright, there it is. Run, run, run. That's going on. He's in. Bam! One bear in the trap. So, this is going to illustrate the thing nicely. I wonder what the hell happened there. Bloody window. That's a bit weird. I haven't actually got any of the stuff on me here, but I'll leave you there. We'll go and get a few things now that you're trapped. So we've got the bear trapped. And this is basically how you would utilize a trap like this. Because it's got the windows available, you're going to use those as sniping holes to actually bring the bear down to the health that you actually wanted. You can't get through the door, which is really handy because it offers you an easy way in or out. Oh, and then you miss with the bowler. Yes, hello. you're trapped. Right, now the main problem there is it already just spun, and it was actually kind of hard to see. The bear is slightly into the wall, so we're going to close the door, and you see how the bear turned ever so slightly. You have to watch that with this style of trap. If the bear's head is inside the wall, it will turn until it is completely inside whatever trap you actually have made. And you don't want to go around to the front of the bear, you definitely want to come in from behind its feet until you get the feed it option. And from here you can now just sit here. You'll be able to sit and you'll be able to see the taming progress. You'll be able to see, okay, well I just have, in the case of honey, it's every 20 seconds. And up the top you can see the escape time. And so you know exactly what you're actually working with. And mine's lining up exactly with the 1 minute mark. So I know that I'm going to get another 4 feeds because the 5th one will be just a little bit too close for comfort. But 4 more feeds will get it in. I've done, what, 2 feeds, 9.8. So, yeah. It's around about 20 odd feeds, probably a little bit more, really. 21, 22 feeds. And I will have myself a level 5 bear. It's not really one that I want. I'm going to do it just because. And we'll take it through to the end and we'll see the finish of it. Because once the bowler has been escaped, we want to have a look at what's coming up next. Okay, so you can see here now there's 15 seconds to go on a 20-second feed timer. So we want to get out. It tried to attack me there, so that's why I kept quite to the side. I don't know who built this bloody window on there. It's a bit weird. Right, the bear's escaped. If you stand on the edge like that, you can do the shooting, but it's a little bit dangerous. My latency is terrible for this, but that's fine. Shoot it in the butt. Don't you dare attack me. You're in a good spot to be bowled once again. The bear will turn once again. If I close that door, it will turn once more. It will do it. And it always gets you just as you're moving up close to do this. Oh, there you go, it turned on me. And that turn is what will actually cause it to be too close to your face, and it will attack you, and you get hit. And it's a real pain, but that's the thing that you're actually contending with this style of trap. Well, I just keep plugging away at this. I've still got to do a few more of these, and then I will have myself a bear. Alright, so we're coming up to the final... Ooh, what happened there? Did that happen too quickly before the last roll up, maybe? It's down. So we're coming up to the end of the tame. It has really not taken very long. That's in the wall and it's going to spin. Find out in a moment. I've only got a couple of feeds to go and we'll have it. And as you can see, it really was not that difficult to do a tame in this trap. 5 seconds to go. You can put a floor all the way around this to make it nice and neat and level, which those guys were saying was on a bit of a slope, so you could do that if you wanted to, but it's really not necessary. And then you've got a nice big gateway, which allows for you to get the bears in and out, which is also kind of handy. And you know, if you wanted to protect what you're taming while you're actually going along, you can actually build another wall around it and a bit of a land bridge over into your trap with various different gates and whatnot. And it means that you can tame things while they're in a protected space, which is kind of handy at the same time. And so really, it's a bit of a shame that they killed their level 27 bear, because I would have liked to have actually gotten that. A bear of that level would be fantastic. Instead, I've now got this level 5 bear to show everyone else how I did it. Probably the other thing, and I won't do it as a part of this video, but if you have a bear, taming more bears is actually very, very simple, because you can tame a bear from a bear. And the reason why that is possible is because you can have a bear which has actually got quite tanky stats, and you can level it into health, and you can basically make it your taming bear, or even just a stock standard one should be fine. But while you're on a bear, you can hold a bowler, you can hold a bow, and so while you're riding, you can bring the health down of the creature that you're trying to tame, and then you bowl it. You then jump off the bear, which is carrying your taming food, and you feed it until it's about to hop up again. You then jump back on your bear and away you go. Obviously, creatures which can pounce you like the lion, it's a little bit more problematic to try and do that. You wouldn't want to do that. You want more of a trap to do that one. But even then, you can still do that. It's just you're running a very, very high risk. At any rate, I've still got quite a lot of building to do. I feel that this video has already progressed something chronic. And what I would actually be interested in knowing, I guess, from people is ideas for dealing with this rather thin ceiling. Now, I like what I've got up top. I like the look and the feel of the crown of my building, and I like my crafting station underneath. So down here, basically, you can come in and you've got a bit of everything that's going on. I'm going to be moving this food stuff around so that it's not in the middle. I just needed something, and I plonked it down. I can access my warehouse just by walking up to the side of it. You can grab anything and then, you know, just crawl when you're overweight to any of the stations that you want to work with. I can walk up the side of the warehouse straight into the back of my own building. And then here's where I'll have a bed, and I'll probably put a few other features and things up here, which I haven't done yet, but I'll outfit this in the future. And then I can walk up even higher and access the tower itself. And you can walk out on the sides and you can basically view everything that we've got. So yeah, very happy with what I've got. Definitely need to decorate it more, but I don't want to make this video miles long. Alright, hopefully you found this at least a little bit interesting to watch, and maybe learn something about taming bears, especially with the trap that I've got. While some people may not think it's a good trap, as was evident by the guys who came visiting, it is effective. You just need to be aware of the fact that the bears do turn, and that you should be taming it from the inside, not the outside. Alright, once again, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one, when I buy a brigantine and I go sailing looking for things to do. Alright, catch you later.